Oh my god, this game is gonna blow me away. I couldn't feel it in my bones that I'm gonna love this game. I loves me Civ 5. I love Civ 5 so much I spent $15 to play Civ 6. Civ 6, by the way, is like $50. And the DLCs are like $30. Oh yeah, 2K. You killed BioShock, you monsters! So the 2K launcher, I've heard, is making the game run like trash. I'm beginning to see why. I might refund it. Sid Meier's... I'm a dope for buying this. Why did I buy this? Man, I am not into this game at all. I'm kind of really turned off by it. I will play Arma 3. Oh. You turn on, the only DLC I have for this is Apex, because, you know, you get this truck here. This is the Prowler. Prowler, good vehicle. It's way better than the Hunter. This is, like, the best vehicle for just driving in the driver's seat. You know, you don't have to look third person. This place is just completely destroyed. I think it's a French-speaking island in the Mediterranean. Lots of hills, lots of crappy roads, crappy restaurants, crappy coastline, you know, the usual. Oh yeah, it's got like a 1.5 second beep if you press the left mouse button. Yeah, that's your horn. And you don't even get to press it down, you have to click. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, what was that one scene? It's so weird, right? I mentioned Star Trek before with Leonard Nimoy, who played Spock, and the narrator for Civ 5, who was a Klingon. Civ has always had good narrators, and it's amazing the talent they brought in. They brought in Leonard Nimoy for Civilization 4, which just is breathtaking to me.
The designer knows he has achieved perfection, not when there is nothing left to add, but when there is nothing left to take away.
Civ 5 had a really good Civ 6 is giving me dementia. Narrator.
The press is the best instrument for enlightening the mind of man and improving him as a rational, moral, and social being.
He also was the guy who briefs you in the very first Medal of Honor game.
I've got good news and bad news for you, Lieutenant. The good news is that your security clearance has been elevated. The bad news is that we're sending you to Norway in the middle of winter. This all has to do with Germany's attempt to build something called an atomic bomb.
And he also, I think, he was in an episode of TNG, in a season 2 episode. And he basically possesses data.
Absolutely no aesthetic value whatsoever. Looks like Sung's work.
Quite correct, sir. Did you know Dr. Sung?
Know him? I told him everything he knows. You could say that I was the father of his work. Which kind of makes me your grandfather, doesn't it, Sonny?
I remember that. But like, I was thinking about the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies and how he basically rewrote the entire Star Trek canon. And the way that movie starts is just kind of like a really overblown, very dramatic, like, plot moments, like characters are dying. and everything's, there's crying and there's lens flares and there's emotion and drama. You know, it's cool in a regular movie. And then immediately the next scene is a young Kirk driving what was it? It was an American muscle car from like the 1960s, and it's supposed to be like 3 centuries in the future. And like he's listening to a Beastie Boys song, and there's like a police officer that shows up, and like what is this, you know? Like, that ain't no Star Trek. Like, the Star Trek I know is, like, really boring. But the current Star Trek they're making is garbage. It's just really bad science fiction in general. Just really lazy writing, just completely inconsistent plot, and characters that have obviously been in media for, like, you know, decades are just completely different now. Picard is not the same Picard that he used to be. Uh-oh. Well, the current Picard we have is not the Picard that we used to have, because Alex Kurtzman is not a very good writer, and Patrick Stewart didn't want to play Picard if Picard was just going to be doing the same old captain routine. So we end up getting like a Captain Picard with an eye patch, and he's speaking in like a French accent, and there's like racism, and there's like there's like drug abuse in the show. There's like classism, like the one lady who like just smokes like space crack out of a crack pipe out of a fucking crack pipe in Star Trek. She's like, oh, look at you, privileged man, and your hundreds of year old chateau with your antique furniture. And I'm like, lady, you know replicators exist, right? Why not get yourself some antique furniture? It doesn't cost anything. You just need to know the right people. It would cost nothing. It's just energy matter replication. It doesn't mean anything. There's suicide and misery, and I'm like, what happened? Like, was there like a divergent timeline where like Q pulled like some sort of crazy like reality bending prank? Like, eventually Picard's gonna wake up and there's gonna be Q, of course, wearing the Starfleet uniform, and he might have like an admiral's rank to flex on Picard. He'll be an admiral, and he'll just see like, I am so disappointed in you, Picard. Like, what happened with the Romulans? Like, the Romulans basically became like refugees, and they were living like the Maquis do. And that's really strange to me, because, like, you know, the Romulan Star Empire is a superpower. You know, it's kind of strange that that's, like, what they decided to go with. And, whoa! Zoomed in. Oh, there's the ocean. Oh, I'm back where I started. Whoa! I wish there was a handbrake button. Also, look at the way his wrists go. You think he'd just reposition his hands, but this isn't Driver San Francisco. Driver San Francisco, by the way, revitalized the Driver franchise, and I don't know if they made another one. Oh, that is a hill, but it won't stop me, actually. Driver San Francisco is a weird game where you have out-of-body experiences, and you possess the drivers of any car that's driving around in San Francisco. That's such a great idea. And it's really good, too, because, like, you know, since it's kind of like, well, spoiler alert for the game, it's all in your head. You're in a coma. But the last level of the game is, like, you solving the mystery. He did it all in his head when he was in a coma, and he gets out of his hospital bed, still in his hospital gown with the open back and everything, and he's like, get me into my Camaro. I gotta go stop the bad guy. Woohoo! Oh, that was one of my favorite things too. A lot of games seem to be lacking a lot of personality these days. Certain games really do pull it back, like Red Dead 2, game just oozing personality. There's just so much non-essential junk in that game that is honestly at times so much more interesting than the main game itself. Like, I swear to God, Arthur Morgan is so privileged to meet like robots, aliens, time travelers, Bigfoot. He's got the Wild Wasteland perk activated by default. He also sees that what was that one Adam Sandler movie with the lady? It's in Hawaii, and that woman just comes in every day to this diner and orders like a castle made out of waffles. And like, it's literally the same day every single day, and she has like some sort of brain damage issue. And Adam Sandler tries to get with this girl, and then he finds out that like it doesn't. It's kind of like Groundhog Day in a weird way. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Civil War vet who thinks that the war is still on and it's still 1840 or 1862 or 1861. Like, dude, man, it has been over for like 40 years. Oh, I like how they have the rail. That means people have flown off of there. Oh, that's why. Thanks, local government, for putting up that guardrail, because I would have went right over there and landed in that ditch. Oh, rabbit. Bye-bye. Whoa! About, oh yeah, the Civil War guy, that's a fence. That's a radio tower? Cell tower. At least I got good coverage here, I guess, but my cell phone company would probably charge me if I sent any texts from here. Where's a town? What if they got a burger joint? Woohoo! Games having personality. The reason why I brought that up is because, because of the game Halo. Because I think in every single Halo game, when you do a jump and you got a Marine on the gunner, they're like, yeah, man, this is awesome. Even though, like, he's not even strapped in with anything. He can fly off the Warthog at any second. And I'm like, yeah, man, the seatbelts are for pansies. Check me out. Ah! Very pretty country, though. Oh, we're in a drainage. Oh, my God, I'm in Los Angeles. Oh, this is cool. This reminds me of T2. There's got to be a... Ah, shoot, I'm going to flood the engine. Ah, crap. Come on, baby. There we go. Who said this baby can't get anywhere? Huh? Whoa! Alright. Oh, don't let the front wheels go over the jetty. Here we go. Whoop! Oh, this is awesome. Woo! We're so close to death. Everybody to the hooky now. Hooky, 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 hooky now. It's a wonderful day for fishing the old Hawaiian way. It's just the old Hawaiian hospitality. Oh, I got caught in a tree. Everybody, hooky now. Hooky, 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 hooky now. Whoa! Oish! I want to find the airbase. Airbase. I will come for ye. Woo! Oh, shoot! But man, that game was awesome. I loved Age of Empires. That was like one of the first games I played on my original Dell M70 Inspiron, which I still have. Woo! Oh, for the love of God, please roll forward! Yeah! No! shoot. Now we're making this turn again. Ah! Okay, we're going this way. Never mind, we're just going wherever gravity takes us. Oh, that's a tree. I have to stop for a first aid break. Oof! That was hit hard. Whoa, took that one hard. Tree! Wheels can go critical, but it doesn't really matter. Whoa, 130. Whoa! 150! Jesus Christ! Oh, I'm going so fast. Age of Empires was a game I love. I could never get into any of the other Age of Empires games because it lacked the gore. Like, I was like 5 or 6 when I first started playing Age of Empires, and we're airborne. Oh shoot! Oh no! Freaking Christ! Yes! Yes! No! Come on, baby! You beauty! Almost! Yes! Come on! Yes! I've done it! Age of Empires is an awesome game because of how gory it is. I don't think there's any dismemberment, but people do get hacked open. There's no gore, like as in, you know, organs, but people get like sliced open in like big cuts, man. Like it just like lets a river of blood pool out. And the way I always thought about it was because I remember when I was young, I saw a bunch of biblical artwork. There's the airport right there. And like biblical artwork has like, and it's all Old Testament stuff, and you know, maybe some of the stuff about Christ.